Hi, I'm Liz. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be using movement to find stillness. So this will be a yoga flow. At the end, we'll be coming back to our seated position and we'll be sitting in stillness. It will be like a meditation. I want you to try and focus on not trying to stop the mind. So I think there's a lot of misconceptions around meditation that you are trying to stop the mind and it's just meant to be nothing inside of your brain or inside of your mind, and that is not the case. We cannot stop the mind. If that is happening, you are probably dead. And although that is part of life, hopefully for right now, you are wanting to be here. So we are trying to slow down the mind, and that takes an awareness of your thoughts. So a lot of the time we are in a repetitive thought loop. Quite often it is a negative thought loop. And what we're going to be practicing today is sitting in that stillness. We're going to command our body to be still. And we're just going to watch the mind. So you're not trying to stop the thoughts. It doesn't matter what thoughts are coming in. You are going to simply sit and observe your thoughts. So you are the watcher. You watch them come in. You do not have to attach to them. You do not have to create stories around them, which is quite often what we do. And it takes practice to sit in stillness, become aware of the thoughts that you're having, watch them come in, and quite often just having that awareness of your thoughts, remembering that they are quite often negative, self-limiting beliefs that you have about yourself that you've created or someone else has created for you over time. Quite often, just the awareness of that is enough to let that go. So we can free up the mind, we can free up space, we can free up energy for the things that you really want to do in your life. Again, it takes practice. It's not something that you just sit down and you're automatically good at it, or maybe that has happened for you. I've been doing this for about 7 years, and it can still be really challenging sometimes to actually sit down and just allow thoughts to come in. It can still be that negative thought loop that comes in. You will find over time though that the mind will start to quiet down. So the best way that we can get there is using our body. So we move the body, we allow things to move through, we allow emotions to move through our body. That's what they want to do. And then we can sit in the stillness and allow ourselves to relax into that. So hopefully that sounds good for you. So it's going to take a moment first, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine, slightly tuck the chin. And just bringing awareness into your breath. You don't have to change anything about it, just simply being aware of it. Nice little opportunity just to check in with how you're feeling for the day. Might be some anxiety or some agitation, some frustration. You might be feeling really relaxed and having an awesome day. So just being aware of it. We're not trying to change anything about it. Starting now to deepen and lengthen your breaths. Breathing in through the nose, nice and fully, feeling that expansion happen through the belly, the ribs, the back side of the body. Breathing out, Gentle contraction, lightly drawing the belly button in. It's continuing nice and smooth. And if the Ujjayi breath is within your practice, bringing that in now. Slight constriction of the back of the throat. Just a wave or a silently or silent-ish wave-like sound. Doesn't have to be really loud. Only you can hear that. Begin to add some movement now. Bring the hands down by your side. Breathing in, reach the arms up. Look up if that feels okay. Breathing out, bring the hands back down, chin to chest. Breathing in, reaching the arms up. You may experience a little back bend here. Breathing out, chin to chest. Might be a little forward bend of the spine. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, chin to chest. I'm going to add a twist. Breathing in, reaching up. As you breathe out, twisting to the right side. Stay long through the spine. Look over the right shoulder. Breathing in, come back through to center. Breathing out, draw the belly in lightly as you twist to the left. Do that 2 more times to each side. Breathing in, maybe that little back bend happens. Breathing out, twisting through the spine. Breathing in. Breathing out, twisting to the left. 1 more time to each side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, bring the arms back up. Breathing out, hands come down by your side. Just making your way off your seat. Move any props that you've got out of the way. Not that I said we'd be using any props, but if you are sitting on something, just move it off the mat. Coming into a 4-point kneeling position. Making our way through some cow-cat. It's often called cat-cow, but I like to do the cow part first. Breathing in, drop the belly down, look forward. Breathing out, draw the belly in, rolling through the spine. Start to make your way through this movement with your own breath. Really feeling into what's happening in the body. So through the spine, the shoulders, the hips. Pressing evenly through the palms as you open up through the shoulder blades. Might be areas of tension. You may want to hold it up in the cat for a few breaths and feel nice just to really press through. And then coming back down, belly towards the floor. Breathing in, drop the belly down. Next time you breathe out, rolling up through the spine, press the hips back towards the heels. We're going to create a circular-like motion. Breathing in, forearms to the floor, coming back up through cat. And then, cow, and then breathing out, pressing the hips back. So that circular-like motion with the spine, using the breath as you move. Do that 1 more time. When you sit the hips back, holding here in child's pose. Option, you can reach the arms out in front. You can rest the forehead down to the fists. Whatever feels best for your shoulders, for your neck. Take a breath in, pull the body forward, drop the hips down to the floor, squeeze through the glutes, lift the chest. Breathing out, roll the hips back, sitting into child's pose. We're going to do that a few more times. Breathing in, rolling up through the spine, drop the hips down, press through the palms, look forward. Breathing out, draw the belly in, sit the hips back, child's pose. Again, finding this movement with your own breath. It may be a little slower or faster. Just working at your own pace. Seeing how much you can focus on what's happening in the body. And again, you may want to hold one of these positions for a couple of breaths. Might feel nice to drop the hips down, squeezing through the glutes, lifting the chest. You might want to turn the head from side to side. Just make sure there's no jammed up feelings in the neck. Do that one more time. And instead of sitting your hips back to child's pose, you're going to press the hips up to downward facing dog. So the back or the toes will need to tuck. Press your hips all the way up. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Still allow the spine to find length. Shoulders are away from the ears. Let the head drop down. Eye gaze goes between the thighs. Shoulders are away. It's focusing on a nice, smooth rhythm of your breath. Walk your feet up towards your hands. When you get there, ragdoll, folding forward, let the head drop down. You can grab opposite elbows. Don't get caught up on needing to have your legs straight. We want to be able to just hang and drop. So if you need to bend the knees a lot, let that happen. Release the elbows, rolling up through the spine, coming all the way to standing, finding your mountain pose. You might need to make your way to the top of the mat. Standing tall, shoulders back and down, slightly tuck the chin. Breathing in, reach the arms up. Breathing out, bring the palms down through center, hands to heart. You can do that 2 more times. Breathing in, reaching up. Little back bend might happen here. Breathing out, hands down through center. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, draw the belly in, fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, halfway lift, hands to shins. Breathing out, fold. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Take a breath in, take the right leg into the air, 3-legged dog. Opening up through the hip. Bending through the right knee. Keep pressing through both palms. Next time you breathe out, bring the hips back through to center. Lightly step the right foot through. Drop the left knee down. Breathing in, reaching up, low lunge. Holding here for a moment, feeling into that release through the left hip, pressing through the right heel. Bring the left palm down to the mat. Lift the left knee, opening into an easy twist. Circle the right hand back, plant the left heel down, opening into warrior two. So right leg is forward, left foot has turned out, same length as the back edge of the mat. Lower down into that front leg, tuck the hips, reach the arms long. Staying nice and focused on your breath. Press down through the feet. Lightly draw the belly button in. Take one more breath in and out. Lifting up, so you're lengthening through the front leg. Turn the right foot in. Going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So you may want to just turn the toes in slightly. Bring your hands to hips. Take a breath in. Roll the shoulders back. Breathing out. Draw the belly in. Folding halfway down and then coming all the way down. Holding here. You may need to bend the knees, just depending on what's happening in your body. You may even want to bring the hands behind, intertwine the fingers, bringing the arms back and over, getting an opening through the shoulders. Let the head drop down. Bring the hands to your hips, pressing down through the heels, coming up to standing. It's going to go through a low lunge or skandasana from side to side. So you're going to turn your feet out and then coming down just as low as feels okay. It may be here, maybe here. You may be able to come all the way down. Just know though, different kind of shaped hips, different length femurs will have an impact on how this looks and feels for you. So just work with your body. Don't force it into anything. You're going to change sides. You may need to use your hands. You may want to use the strength of your legs. Slowly shifting. Take a little moment. We'll go one more time to each side. So pressing through the feet. Keep on drawing the belly in lightly. Lifting through the chest. Good. We'll go one more time to the left side. Beautiful stretch there through the inner thigh. Good. Let's walk it back around to the front of the mat. Take the right leg back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, take the left leg into the air, opening through the hip. Square the hips, lightly step the left foot through, drop the right knee down, breathing in, reaching the arms up, low lunge. Just paying attention, what you feel in your body, where you feel it in your body. Bring the right palm to the mat, lift the right knee as the option, coming into an easy twist to the left side. You can look up at the thumb if that feels okay. Coming up into warrior two. So take the left arm back, plant the right heel down, circle the arms, coming into your warrior two. And we'll come into that wide-legged forward fold, lengthening through the left leg, turn the toes in. And then this time we'll go straight with the option to clasp the hands behind, just seeing if you can use the other hand to be on top. So it'll feel a little bit awkward. It'll feel like, yeah, it'll just feel a little bit awkward. So the other thumb is on top. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And then as you breathe out, folding forward, coming into that wide-legged forward fold. Of course, if it doesn't feel good to have the hands up, just bring them down wherever that feels good for you. Take one more breath. Hands to your hips, pressing through the feet, come up to standing, turning the toes out. Let's go into that low lunge position. It's going to go to the left side first. So bending down, remember just coming as far as feels okay for you. Spend a little bit of time there. You can move around in the shape, kind of just explore through the hip joints, and then shifting it from side to side. So you can work up to maybe using the hands, and then just little bit by little bit, you may want to just try to trust the strength of your legs. Good, one more time to the right side. Walking it back to the front, pressing back, downward facing dog. Rolling forward, come down to the knees, making your way onto your buttocks. Just a few more little shapes that we'll do in our seat, and then we'll do our stillness practice. Bring your right foot in towards your groin. Left leg goes out wide. So we're going to turn from the center of the chest, facing the left thigh. Breathing in, reach up. As you breathe out, folding forward. We're going to go with knee to nose pose, or knee to wherever it wants to go pose. Remember, we don't force it. You can grab hold of somewhere along the leg or the foot, and just, you can add tension by pulling yourself down, or you can just let gravity do its thing and allow yourself to hang if that feels okay. So make sure both sit bones stay on the mat. Make sure you can breathe. Opening that back up, right hand comes behind. We're going to come into baby wild thing. So lifting the hips up, reach the left arm up, pressing through the hips, squeeze the butt, really press through the right palm. We'll lower that down, changing sides. So bringing the left foot in, right thigh goes out, twist from the center of the chest, breathe in to reach, breathe out to fold. It may look really different from side to side, so don't kind of get caught up in having it to be the same. It most likely will not be. Breathing in, come back up through center, bring the left hand behind, baby wild thing, lift the hips up, reaching tall, squeeze the butt. And we'll come all the way down, back to our buttocks. I'm going to grab a block just to sit on, just like the way that it lengthens through the spine. You can sit nice and tall. So find yourself a comfortable seat, either on your buttocks or maybe more comfortable on your knees, or even a chair or a stool. So just take a moment. If it feels okay, you can close the eyes down or just softening through your gaze. So we will be coming into our stillness practice. Don't get caught up on having it, you don't have to have the hands out on the thighs with the thumb and the index finger together. Just sit comfortably. Making sure the spine can be long, shoulders down, slight tuck of the chin. So I've just done some movement, moved a few things through the system. So take a little check-in with your breath, check in with your body, see where you're at now and when you first started the practice. I'm going to spend just a little bit of time. I'll talk a little bit, and I'm going to let you sit and just observe your thoughts. Start with the breath nice and smooth. Might be an even inhale and exhale. You may want to lengthen the exhale out. Just do whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're not going to resist whatever is coming into our mind. So whatever thoughts are coming in, let them come in. Be the observer. You may even like to imagine that you're sitting watching a movie. If you catch yourself, excuse me, if you catch yourself creating little tangents or going off with a thought, just be aware of that. You don't have to judge it. Just allow yourself to have that experience. It's part of being human. And then come back to being the witness. Just observe and watch. Watching with no judgment. You don't have to push any thoughts away or push them down, or any feelings. Just allow it all to be there. This is often what it wants. It wants to be seen, wants to be acknowledged. It's really powerful once we acknowledge that. It's often enough just to let it go. If you're feeling the need to move, command your body to be still. It's going to try and distract you with sensations and itches and what have you. Command your body to be still. Find over time, may have already happened, the mind would naturally slow down. You got to find this space, stillness. Start to wriggle your fingers and your toes, bringing yourself back. Opening the eyes when you're ready. Thank you very much for joining me. If you feel like you need to stay, you may need to lay down and have a resting pose, please do. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day or your evening. I'll see you next time.